I've been using it to much success. Today we're going to do something for the spinfly crowd. What is spinfly? Spinfly means using fly on spinning tackle. Then you put either a float or some lead weight. So today is based on the Clouser Minnow and bulk head, and it's tiny. So choose a thinner, smaller thread, anchor the thread, give it a few turns, make a bump so that you can seat the dumbbell eyes properly. Next we put the dumbbell eyes pretty much the same way we do on the Crazy Charlie pattern in one of my other videos. Okay, I won't go into detail about doing the eye, just make sure that there's enough support in between the shank and the start of the eye so that this thing doesn't move. So we are padding the bottom. So go under and over, under and over. Then now we're going to do the same the other way. So cross the shank, go under the eye, cross the shank, under the eye. Repeat until you have built some support for the dumbbell eye to sit firmly. If I want to turn, I can feel the resistance. I know that I've done a good job. If it turns freely, then you have to redo everything or increase the number of thread wraps so that it sits better. From the front, adjust the eyes so that they are perpendicular to the hook so that your fly will swim straight. Super glue to make sure everything is really locked in. Okay, next we're going to add the tail. We're using Zonker today. Cross-cut rabbit strips. So you cut about this much, hold it like this, take your scissors and snip off the leather part. Depending on how long you want the tail, you can either tie it at the front of the eye or behind. Why do I bring this up? Because sometimes Zonker strips come in either with long fibers or shorter fibers. So if like this, the fibers are not that long, I will tie it behind. Advance the thread a little bit, hold it here, give it one or two loose wraps, and then with my thumb, I'll try and spread fibers around the hook shank so they are not just sitting on top. So you get a nice kind of wrap effect. Okay, when you're done, do your tight wraps and turn the fly around. Now we need some flash. Don't go overboard with the flash. I like to use just two. One green color, one kind of bluish color. Many ways to attach flash. My favorite is to do this. This way you can put the flash exactly where you want it to sit, which in this case will be on top. Give it a few wraps. Okay, now you get your bobbin, separate them evenly on each side of the hook, and that's your flash. Bit of super glue. So fly tier's secret weapon, dubbing. Basically, dubbing allows you to put any material and wrap it around the fly just like a chenille. So different materials we know move differently in the water. So basically you're making your own chenille from the materials of your choice. Oops. I like to put a bit of this stuff. Glue. I used to use lots of wax. But I found that this tends to hold better. You can mix and match colors also. For this video we'll just use red. Okay, so we put the first batch in. So you can see with the glue it's already sticking to the thread. You can alternate colors, you can alternate materials when you make your own chenille. Incidentally, the pattern that I'm tying right now just caught me a fish this morning. So this is a proven pattern. Okay, so now we have this kind of shape. You can already make it into a chenille, but we are going to shape it. So I want shorter fibers here, tapering to longer fibers to blend into the body here. I'm going to make like a triangle shape. Not very precise work. Okay, now same thing on the other side. Next we spin. However, the camera is right here. I'll have to spin from the top. So basically make as many turns as you want. The tighter you turn, the shorter and denser the chenille is going to be. Next, very useful tool is this dubbing brush. Velcro on one side of a plastic paddle. We are going to tease out the fibers. So the loose ones will be captured here and we're ready to spin. What I like to do is to push everything to one side and then just start spinning it around. Spin it around the hook shank. Now and then pull the fibers back so they don't get caught. Okay, now when you reach the eyes, we're going to crisscross. Go under, go under. So you get this funky looking, crazy looking thing, right? We can now anchor the thread. Take your bobbin, put back the bobbin rest and capture it behind. Make sure this thread is behind this thread, or else you're not capturing anything. And I like some surety also, so spin this around a few times and wrap it around. Alright, you can now snip away this part. Pull back the hair, finish securing the head. Okay, whip finish. Snip this away. Good old dubbing brush. Just move the materials over backwards. Snip off unruly fibers to give a neater looking head. I must say, not really necessary to do this, because in the water everything's going to fall backwards anyway, but this just makes it look so much nicer. If you want to make it a round head, right, snip the back a little bit, but I prefer this kind of shape. That's it. Super glue. And there you go. How do I rig this? Just think of your basic Carolina rig with a Bombarda float, but this is the sinking one without the tube behind. These you can get at fishing tackle shop or online. The power of this rig is you can cast fly fishing flies a usable distance to catch fish. Now, fly fishing flies have a very different action from the jig head and a lure. They are much more subtle. Their movement in the water is less erratic, and they have a lifelike movement that is very different from anything else. So at your fishing spot, if your fish has never seen a fly, and if you retrieve it in a proper way, then most likely you'll find success. Thank you very much for watching.